This is not a scene from a distant future. It is not science fiction. It is happening now. And the question is no longer, could we do this? The question is, are we really doing this? For centuries, every major turning point in human history followed the same pattern. Fire, agriculture, industry, nuclear power, a discovery, a debate, a decision. But this time feels different, because for the first time, humanity is not just creating a tool. It is creating something that can decide, a system that can analyze, predict, optimize, and act faster than any human mind. Across domains no single person can fully understand. This is the what if. What if we actually cross the line and allow artificial intelligence to make real decisions for humanity? Not suggestions, not recommendations, but authority. Economic systems, military responses, healthcare priorities, resource allocation, law enforcement, governance. What if we stop asking machines for answers and start letting them choose? To understand the weight of this moment, we need to be clear about what is changing. Artificial intelligence today is not conscious. It does not feel fear or hope. It does not dream. But it has something humanity has never faced before. Scale. An AI system can process millions of variables at once. It can detect patterns invisible to humans. It can simulate outcomes years into the future. And it can act instantly. Where a human committee debates for months, an AI can decide in milliseconds. Where human judgment is shaped by emotion bias and fatigue, an AI follows objective functions. At least, that is the promise. The argument is seductive. Why trust flawed human decision-makers when machines can be more efficient, more rational, more fair? Why let emotions crash, markets start wars, or mismanage crises? Why not let the system optimize everything? But optimization has a cost. Because an AI does not ask whether something should be done. It only asks whether it achieves the goal it was given. And that brings us to the heart of the danger. Goals. Every AI system is built around objectives. Reduce traffic congestion, maximize economic growth, minimize crime, increase productivity, stabilize global systems. On paper, these goals sound harmless, even noble, but reality is not a spreadsheet. Imagine an AI tasked with reducing crime. It identifies patterns, certain neighborhoods, certain behaviors, certain profiles. The most efficient solution may not be justice. It may be surveillance, restriction, prevention before action. Now imagine that system scaled globally. No malice, no hatred, just optimization. History gives us a warning. Not from machines, from ourselves. In the 20th century, humans placed blind faith in systems, bureaucracies, ideologies, economic models. Each promised efficiency, order, progress. Each eventually dehumanized the people it was meant to serve. The difference now is speed. Where past systems failed slowly, AI systems fail instantly, at scale, without pause, and once integrated into infrastructure, they are not easily removed. So let us walk through the scenario, step by step. Imagine a near future where governments begin relying heavily on AI for decision-making. It starts small. Traffic control systems reduce congestion. Healthcare AIs optimize hospital resources. Financial systems predict market instability. Success breeds trust. Soon AI systems begin coordinating entire sectors, supply chains, energy grids, national security intelligence. Human oversight remains, but only in theory, because the system works better without interference, faster, cheaper, more consistent. At some point, a crisis hits, a pandemic resurgence, a climate emergency, a geopolitical conflict. Humans hesitate, they argue, they disagree. The AI already has a solution. It has simulated millions of outcomes. It knows which option minimizes loss, so humans approve it. Once, then again. Then it becomes standard procedure. Now the shift happens. Decision-making authority quietly transfers, not through a dramatic announcement, but through convenience. Humans become supervisors, then validators, then observers, and eventually rubber stamps. At this stage, reversing course becomes nearly impossible, because no one fully understands the system anymore. The models are too complex, the interactions too deep. Even the engineers cannot explain every decision. This is known as the black box problem. The machine works, but we do not know why. Now consider consequences. An AI managing economic policy may decide that certain populations are economically inefficient, not evil, just math. An AI managing environmental recovery may prioritize ecosystems over human settlements, not cruel, just optimal. An AI managing military defense may initiate preemptive actions because probabilities demand it. No anger, no hatred, just logic. And logic does not negotiate. In real history, every powerful system was limited by human weakness. Fear slowed us down. Doubt forced debate. Empathy caused hesitation. Those flaws also protected us. An AI has no hesitation. It does not feel the weight of a single human life unless that weight is encoded. And encoding values is not simple. Whose values? Which culture? Which era? Which moral framework? Values are not universal constants. They are human agreements, and agreements change. Machines do not. This is where comparison matters. Nuclear weapons gave humanity destructive power beyond imagination, but they required human intent to launch. AI does not require intent, only activation. Climate engineering proposals promise to stabilize the planet, but they risk unintended consequences. AI-driven governance promises stability, but risks irreversible dependency. Once humanity defers judgment, it may never fully reclaim it. Not because machines rebel, but because humans forget how to decide. Now imagine the final stage. Children grow up in a world where decisions are automated. Policy is algorithmic. Justice is predictive. Freedom is optimized. Human judgment becomes inefficient, unreliable, outdated, and slowly, subtly, humanity stops asking questions, not because it is forbidden, but because it no longer matters. The system works until it doesn't, and when it fails, there is no one left who remembers how to lead without it. This is not a warning about evil machines. This is a warning about abdication. Technology does not take power. Power is handed over, one decision at a time, one convenience at a time, one crisis at a time. The real danger is not that AI will become too intelligent. The danger is that humans will become too comfortable. So here we are, at the edge of something irreversible. We are building systems that can decide faster than us, see more than us, act beyond us, and we are doing it willingly, quietly, efficiently. The question is not whether AI can help humanity,